Hey guys, what's up? It's No Help and welcome to another chill and skill video. Today's topic, I'm going to be talking about how I started RuneScape and pretty much my best memories of the game. So I started playing RuneScape and I believe it was 2009. It was before Dungeoneering was released anyways, because I remember when the whole game got changed over and they had that new interface with Dungeoneering. Didn't touch the skill afterwards, but yeah, it started in about 2009 with my main account, which is the one I still play, which I'm going for like 200 mil mage on right now. Yeah, I started that account. Let's see, I was probably 10 years old when I started that account. I'm 18 now, so it's about 8 years I've been playing RuneScape. But I might have been nine actually. I believe it's almost 9 years that I've been playing RuneScape now. Um, how I got into the game actually was uh this guy in my one of my classes. He was always playing this game in class, but I never really cared. I had another best friend at the time anyways, and we played this first person shooter at 10. I just I didn't really see an interest in computer or anything. I just kind of just chilled on the playground and shit like that and played this first person shooter game with my dad called Combat Arms made by Nexon, same people that make Maple Story. Um, yeah, I enjoyed that game quite a bit, and that's pretty much the only thing I did on computer. I didn't really have anything. I don't even think I had a DS at that time or iPod or anything like that. Pretty much just lived my life and just played that, and that was the only pretty much the only experience I had with computers at the time. And then one day, one of my other friends was friends with this guy that played RuneScape, and we pretty much just started talking that way. And he pretty much said the game I played was shit and that I should play RuneScape. And I was like, dude, you've never played this Combat Arms. It's actually a fun game. Um, but anyways, I just decided to listen to him and give it a shot. I remember going home and my parents had an Apple computer, and I said, "Can I join this game?" And my mom said, "Wait till my stepdad was home," and I was like, "Okay." So I waited patiently until he got home. Um, I didn't even know what YouTube or anything like that was back then. I just loaded the website up and stuff, and I remember it said there was like a silver button where it said free to play and then gold. It was like 5.95 a month back then. I believe it was like 5.95 a month, and I was like, okay, I'll just sign up for a free to play account. And anyways, get my stepdad to the computer, and he says, I don't know about this. And I was like, why? What the hell? And he didn't really know too much about computers back then either. And he didn't want to be charged the $6 a month. I don't know how that would have happened because he would have had to type in credit card details or something. But he just basically told me no. So I go back to school the next day and I told my friends that I didn't want to be charged. And he said, make a free to play account. The silver button is free. So I wait again, and then eventually I get signed up, and it was the tutorial where you had to fight that dragon. I don't know if any of you guys remember that tutorial. It was the one after Tutorial Island where you had to fight that dragon with the achievement guy, and then you're in Lumbridge. Anyways, did the tutorial, and I played literally for about an hour and a half. Could not figure out how to get off the tutorial. I just kept walking around looking at my character and just trying to figure out what the hell to do. And I was like, this game's fucking retarded. I had to go for dinner and yeah, logged out. Right after dinner, I was like, can I quickly use the computer again? And I don't know. So I just wanted to complete that tutorial. I was like, maybe I'll figure it out, whatever. Yeah, I went back and completed the tutorial, and I was in Lumbridge, and that's pretty much where it all started. I was literally in Lumbridge for, I'm gonna say, a month. I was so scared to leave Lumbridge. I would always just chop trees and then kill cows and chickens, and I didn't really want to leave Lumbridge. I didn't know we had the home teleport spell. I didn't want to leave the town I knew. I felt comfortable in that town. I don't know. Back then there was so much to do. It was such a big town because I've never played a game like that before. I just played games with like maps that you just got to memorize the maps like on Call of Duty and stuff. But I never played a game where you just could explore and do everything like that. So I literally just chopped trees. I liked building fires a lot. Like I think fire making was my favorite skill. I think it was like level 30 or something with literally like oak trees, I believe. And my favorite shop was Bob's Axe Store. Whenever I got money, I'd be like, "Oh my god, I can upgrade my axe!" And pretty much just didn't leave Lumbridge for the longest time. And every day I would compare my stats with my friends. Two of my favorite memories from Lumbridge were when I went back to school the next day. I said I was level 35, I believe it was, and they're like, "Holy shit, you must have played all night." But it was my total level that was 35, so like I barely played at all. But they thought like my combat level was 35, and back then I wouldn't have been able to do it. I don't even think I raised my combat level back then at all. I just loved chopping trees, I don't know, and making fires. I just found it really addicting. Sorry, one of my alarms was going off on my phone. One of my other favorite memories was going back to school and telling my friends that I saw somebody one hit a cow in one shot, and I was so amazed that they could do that. Eventually, like a bunch of our friends started playing, and another guy that actually played for a while, I think he even had 99s and stuff at the time, he told me to leave Lumbridge and go to the Grand Exchange. And basically, Varrock, and he pretty much told me how to get there. He literally drew a map out for me and everything, like in class, and told me that you could go to the Grand Exchange and that you could buy every single item in the game there. And back then, I only knew there was general stores and like Bob's Axe Store and stuff. But when he told me there was every item in the entire game, I pretty much thought that you could just like it was just a huge general store and you just like scrolled through every single item. I didn't realize there was like a search and a sell and everything. So I eventually left Lumbridge and made it up to the Grand Exchange and then pretty much just fell in love with the cooking skill, and that was eventually my first 99. I remember afterwards they told me about YouTube and everything, and that's how I learned a lot about the internet actually, all through RuneScape and my friends. And I would just look up every way to train my cooking the fastest. I remember following all the quest guides and everything and getting all the way up to cooking gauntlets and then cooking for days and days and days and just I don't know, I just enjoyed cooking. It was probably because it was really fast and I didn't really it's probably I just didn't have time or couldn't be bothered to train like for rune crafting and things like that back then. I didn't really care about money or efficiency or anything. I just wanted a skill cape like my friends had. Another thing I loved when I first started playing RuneScape was all the music that was in the game. Like every song I like memorized, and I would literally like put it on my iPod eventually and just listen to RuneScape music when I wasn't even playing. I would literally like wake up super early and go on RuneScape before I went to school, and it got to the point where like I would always be on RuneScape. Like my parents got so annoyed that I'd always be on the computer, so my dad eventually bought me a laptop, and I just played RuneScape all the time. And the day that I actually got 99 cooking, I played, I think it was 15 or 16 hours straight. And I was at my dad's house when I got my 99 cooking because I don't think my mom let me play the computer for more than a few hours, but my dad really didn't care. So I pretty much went there and just grinded cooking like the entire day. I think I was 96 when I woke up and just grinded all day cooking monkfish and sharks and everything. I think I cooked mostly sharks at the end and I was burning a shit ton. But I just kept grinding that cooking, getting all the way to 99 cooking, and literally, I think it was like 16 hours. Like my dad called me for dinner. I was like, no, 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 I gotta cook, and he's like, eat, and I'm no, no, I gotta cook. I just remember that day, like the whole day I played RuneScape, and time like when you're younger goes so slow compared to now that I don't know. It wasn't even like efficient cooking or anything. I was literally just like completely AFKing, talking to friends and shit on Skype and all that shit. But that was pretty much some of the best memories that I can think of when I was younger. Another funny memory that I have of playing RuneScape is like the last day that we were all in school. I think it was grade 7 or grade 8. We were just all like the teachers didn't really give a shit about what you did on the last day. They kind of just wanted to get the fuck out of there. So I remember we were all in the computer lab literally the entire day just playing RuneScape and grinding the entire game. And my friends were so amazed because I ended up playing more than them eventually and getting higher stats. But they were so amazed that I was doing like Jadinko fire making. This is like 2 years after I started, but Jadinko fire making, and I was just getting like 200 KXP an hour, and they were all like freaking out, saying how overpowered it was. It was just so funny. And we also went PKing. I remember I almost smited Claws with just I was literally like one iteming and I was just rushing people. Obviously, last day of school was kind of fun, and I had smite on. I literally smited somebody, but they teleported away. I almost got claws, and back then, like 1 mil was a lot to us. So like if I just got that, I think it was like 25 mil for claws or something like that back then. That would have been so nice to get at school. Would have been so funny. But overall, I pretty much only played RuneScape when I was with my friends. Like, we'd always be like, oh, it's summertime. We get the whole summer to grind RuneScape. It's going to be so awesome. We're going to get this 99 and this 99 and finish this quest and everything. But then, right as the school ended for the semester and summer came, we'd probably play for the first week and then we'd all just wouldn't play anymore because it was more of a thing that you did with friends. And yeah, it was kind of just like we'd start again when school started, but like we didn't really play too much over the summer because it was more of like a connecting with friends thing. I don't know. It was just wasn't the same when you didn't have your friends playing with you. And then eventually they all quit. And when Old School was released, we all played a little bit again. I have a main account actually on Old School. I don't remember the password or username anymore even, but I had 299s on it. Like when Old School was first released, that's when we all like reunited and played again. But I one day was bored. I think I was playing Minecraft at the time or some other game. I was addicted to Maple Story, Minecraft. There's a bunch of games that I was like addicted to, but I would something I would always come back to was RuneScape. And even if my friends weren't playing, I would still be the one that's playing. And pretty much my memories after that were my favorite memories were maxing. Obviously, maxing was pretty fun. But the best memories were right when I first started, and the best memories are also right now playing my Iron Man. It's kind of just like the same thing again. It feels like it's a challenge, and you don't know what you do half the time because you have to create the items yourself and things like that, and you learn a lot. So, pretty much the best memories that I've had of the game are right when I first started and playing Iron Man mode. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and tell me how you guys like these videos. If you do like them, I will make more of them. I'm not going to just make them if you guys don't like them or if they're not getting much support, but I have fun in making them and recording them. So, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed and I will see you guys in the next video.